Have you ever wished you could finish a full day of work in just a few focused hours and still have energy left for your life? Not just more productive, I mean actually getting time back. Well, today that idea moves a lot closer to reality. Hi, I'm Lila from AIupdatemind, and in this video, we're diving into GPT 5.2, OpenAI's newest AI model, built to boost professional productivity, handle complex multi-step work, and make fewer costly mistakes than before. GPT 5.2, what OpenAI says it's for. On December 11, 2025, OpenAI officially introduced GPT 5.2, describing it as its most advanced model yet for professional tasks. Things like coding, data analysis, document creation, and long context reasoning. And what's especially interesting is how it's positioned. OpenAI and multiple independent reports describe GPT 5.2 less like a chatbot and more like a reliable digital coworker, something that can follow a project across multiple steps, understand long documents, and work with tools in a way that feels closer to real-world collaboration. Not magic, but a lot more useful. The benchmark signal, professional level on structured work. In benchmark tests focused on well-defined professional tasks, GPT 5.2's thinking mode has been reported to outperform human professionals in roughly 70% of evaluated tasks across dozens of occupations. That doesn't mean it replaces humans across the board, but it does suggest something important. If your work involves repeatable structures, spreadsheets, reports, presentations, code, research drafts, GPT 5.2 may significantly reduce the time it takes to get from blank page to strong first version. How much time you save depends on your workflow, your role, and how you use it. So we're not pinning this to one single number. But the direction is clear: less busy work, faster momentum, modes that match how people actually work. GPT 5.2 is offered in multiple modes. There's a faster, instant-style option for quick interactions, and a thinking mode optimized for deeper reasoning and complex problem-solving. And on difficult real-world coding evaluations like SWE Bench Pro, public reports indicate GPT 5.2 thinking reaches performance in the mid-50% range, placing it among the top-performing AI models for practical software engineering tasks at the time of release. So it's not just better at trivia. It's being tested where professionals actually feel pain, debugging, refactoring, and shipping real work. The quiet upgrade that matters most: reliability. Beyond raw capability, one of the biggest upgrades is reliability. OpenAI's data and external coverage suggest GPT 5.2 thinking produces significantly fewer factual and reasoning errors than its predecessor, with one report citing around 38% fewer mistakes in everyday research and writing scenarios. And if you've ever used AI in professional work, you already know accuracy is nice, but consistency is everything. When hallucinations drop and long context reasoning improves, it becomes safer to use AI for things like summarizing long reports, drafting documents, reviewing technical material, generating code that will later go into production, with human oversight, of course. Because here's the truth: AI isn't replacing responsibility. It's replacing the repetitive parts that drain your time. Why this launch hit differently? The 2025 AI race. GPT 5.2 didn't arrive in a calm moment. Its release landed during what's been described as OpenAI's internal code red period, driven by intense competition, including Google's Gemini 3. That pressure has pushed OpenAI even harder toward enterprise and professional workflows, tools that help companies automate repetitive knowledge work while keeping humans firmly in control. And the competition was visible immediately. On the same day GPT 5.2 launched, Google announced an upgraded deep research agent built on Gemini 3 Pro, designed to run long investigations, search the web deeply, read documents, and synthesize information with fewer hallucinations. So what we're watching isn't just model upgrades. It's a rapid escalation of AI systems designed for serious work. what this means for your daily life. So, what does all of this mean for you? A typical workday with GPT 5.2 might look like this. You feed it bullet points, and it drafts your report. You give it raw data, and it generates the first version of your presentation. You paste in messy code, and it helps you debug, refactor, and explain what's happening. You drop in hundreds of pages, and it turns them into a structured, readable brief. And you remain the decision maker, setting goals, verifying outputs, applying judgment. But the heavy lifting, the repetitive scaffolding, gets offloaded. The non-negotiable reminder. At the same time, even GPT 5.2 is not perfect. It can still misunderstand ambiguous instructions, miss subtle context, or make confident mistakes. So human review and critical thinking remain non-negotiable, especially in high-stakes areas like finance, healthcare, or legal topics. There are also bigger unanswered questions. How far models like this reshape knowledge work, how organizations adapt roles and training, and what policy decisions will guide long-term outcomes. Those debates are real, but they aren't settled facts. And while there's plenty of online speculation about future GPT 5.2 features in 2026, detailed official information isn't reliably available yet. So in this video, we're sticking strictly to what can be confirmed through OpenAI's official communication and multiple reputable sources. The big picture. From a productivity standpoint, the big picture is simple. GPT 5.2 represents a step change in how much structured, complex work one person can handle, with AI support. Used wisely, it can free time for higher-level thinking, creativity, and strategy, instead of getting stuck in endless formatting, summarizing, and routine problem-solving. So here's the real question. If an AI coworker like GPT 5.2 can take over a large part of your repetitive tasks, how will you use the time and mental energy you get back? If you want the benchmarks, details, and the latest developments around GPT 5.2 and other AI tools, check out the full article on the AIupdatemind blog, linked in the video description.